All right, welcome everybody to the first episode of the Roaming Vikings end of month wrap up for September 2017. Some quick announcements before we begin the stories that I want to cover for this month. First off, I just launched my new website, roamingviking.com, so go check it out. It has the ways you can support the podcast and has some blogs post. I'm going to be writing some more over the next few weeks. And as I finish them up, I'll be posting them. Let's see, what else? What else is there? I know I said I would do this live stream. Unfortunately, due to technical difficulties, I will no longer be able to do live stream for a while. Mainly because it's like the upload download strength of the Wi-Fi that I have right here needs to be replaced, and the stream kind of sucks. So I will be taking care of that hopefully soon. I don't know how long it's going to take due to financial issues. And let's see, anything else I wanted to cover? Let's see. No, that's done. All right. Let's get into the stories for this month. First off, a moment of silence for the death of Hugh Hefner, who died on September 29th at the age of 91. All right, Hugh Hefner was a great man. He did a lot for free speech. He helped me get through my teenage years fairly well. Since when I was in high school, internet porn really hadn't taken hold yet. In fact, the real only way you could really get porn was through that one channel that was really fuzzy and you had to make it out. It's like, okay, I think somebody's fucking right there. It was not the best time. So it's like, oh, all right, so that's boobs, that's breasts, that's pussy. Okay, let's have some fun. So yeah, Hugh Hefner was a great man. Oh, all right. Now into some serious stuff. September had a lot of hurricanes in it. Between Harvey, Irene, Jose, and Maria, Houston has been devastated. Parts of Florida has been devastated, even though they're used to being hit by hurricanes. But really, Puerto Rico has been the one to get the brunt of everything. It's estimated that they won't get all their electrical grid back up for like another 6 months, and they won't be actually fully recovered for I believe the earliest estimate was 30 years. I mean, I have a feeling that they'll be able to recover a little bit quicker than that because they're a big tourist destination. But here's the thing, a lot of people are leaving Puerto Rico for the United States since they are American citizens. They need help. They really need help. And we need to help them. So here's how you can help. You can donate to different organizations. You can donate to the Red Cross if you want. I have a little bit of a problem with the Red Cross because when I was in high school, I went to a blood drive. They tested me and all that nice stuff, did the initial stuff. And because I have O negative, they wanted to take the 2 pints instead of 1, which I did not have a problem with at all because I wanted to get out of class that day. I really did not feel like taking that test at the end of the day, so it's like, okay, you know what? Go ahead, take as much as you want. But apparently they messed up with my blood sampling and sent me a letter saying, oh, you're HIV positive. It's like, what the fuck? It scared the living shit out of me. I mean, especially with the fact that I hadn't had sex yet. I mean, I didn't start having sex until I was in my early 20s. So it was really, really scary moment for me. And went to the doctor. They did a full workup. I had them test for everything. And turns out I didn't have any sort of sexually transmitted disease or infections. I had nothing. I was just a fat fuck. even though that has nothing to do with sex. It was a reason for me not getting any, though, possibly. Yeah, but apparently, according to the Red Cross, that is a rarity. But still, I'm still a little pissed off about that to this day, and it's been well over 10 years since that happened. So I'm sure their screening methods have gotten a little bit better. I don't know. I tend to give direct to hospitals if I can. Or the places that will pay me to give blood. But if anything, give blood to the Red Cross, and for everything else, donate to local charities that are going directly to the victims. So yeah. So apparently the end of the world was supposed to happen on September 23rd. Honestly, I'm tired of all the end of the world stuff. I mean, I was ready for 2012. I really thought 2012 was going to happen. I mean, December 21st, 2012, it's like, I was ready. I had my bags packed. I was ready to get out of town. And then December 22nd happened, and where's the apocalypse? Where's the meteors? Where's the freaking tsunamis? It's like, I want a disaster. It's like, I did not want to pay my bills. I do not want to do any of that stuff. I want to get out of Dodge. But, hey, nothing happened. So it's like, if something does happen, I'm ready. But, hey, it's a bunch of bullshit with all these prophecies. Every day there's supposed to be the end of the world. Honestly, if you look anywhere in any religious text, you can extrapolate something where tomorrow is going to be the end of the world. I don't know. It's just blah. Oh, it already feels like the end of the world, kinda. I mean, with possible nuclear war with North Korea, us trying to goad them into attacking us, which they really aren't going to attack us, I think, because they know if they attack the biggest power in the world, they're going to get wiped off the face of the planet. Granted, they're stupid enough to fire missiles over Japan. I mean, that's stupid right there. And it's just, what the hell? Yeah, plus with the hurricanes, the natural events, my God. Really, this world's going to hell anyway. Now, I know this isn't technically September, but last night, there was a shooting in Las Vegas, Nevada at a country music festival, and 50 people were killed, over 400 were wounded, and I'm sure those numbers are going to rise a little bit more. And this goes into like gun control and stuff like that. I'm full support of the Second Amendment, in that I believe that we have the right to own guns to defend ourselves from our own government, pretty much. But at the same time, it's like, I do believe in gun control laws. I don't believe that any of us should have an automatic weapon, which I believe was used in the Las Vegas shooting. I do not believe an AR-15 is an automatic weapon, because that is a semi-automatic weapon, where you pull a trigger, it goes boom. You pull it again, it goes boom. It's not like you pull the trigger, you just like clack, 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 clack. It's not like that. Yes, a AR-15 looks like an M16. That's because it's based off of the M16. But it's a semi-automatic weapon. I do believe that we should have a little bit stricter gun control laws in that. Universal background check. Close the gun show loophole where you go to the gun show, you pay, and they essentially send you the gun. It's a whole bunch of stuff that really shouldn't be happening. We really should know who's buying guns, because we don't want terrorists to buy guns, first of all. I know they're pretty good at screening for that, but at the same time, we really shouldn't have mentally ill people buying guns, especially people that can't control their own finances. I know a few months ago, there was a repeal of a Obama-era law. I mean, I can't remember what it was, where it didn't allow people who can't control their own finances to purchase guns. That one was, it's like, don't repeal that. I mean, I'm all for like people going out and buying guns, learning how to use it, but when you can't even control your own finances, you shouldn't own a knife, let alone a gun. And it's like anybody can buy a knife. Oh my God, the world's going to hell. All right, time for a quick Q&A. We only got one question this month, and it is by my buddy Jim through Facebook. It is, why are you doing this? Well, thanks, Jim, first of all. I am doing this because I actually enjoy doing this. I enjoy learning from people. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying to turn this into like a Joe Rogan style podcast, except putting my own little flair and talking to people that really nobody else would really talk to. Granted, I also want to talk to people that everybody wants to talk to. I would love to have a conversation with like Sam Harris. I would love to have a conversation with these well-known professors that are experts in their fields. I mean, I want to do that kind of stuff as well, but mostly I am willing to talk to almost anybody. It's just I've been having a hard time lately finding people that are willing to talk, especially what the political climate is right now. It's like one wrong word and they are fired and blacklisted from every single job ever. It's a weird world where we're living in right now, but ultimately with this podcast, I want to turn it into a production company eventually down the road. I mean, that's going to be like at bare minimum 7 years down the road, but I'm thinking more like 10 to 15 years down the road. And with the production company, I want to I'm going to produce like documentary films on things that it's like I'm really interested in. Ultimately, I want to bring what I'm interested in to the world. And honestly, I'm interested in a lot of things, but I'm interested in a lot of like documentaries and stuff because it's like it's the best way I know how to learn. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are like me. It's like they don't learn well in schools, even though they're really smart. I'm not calling myself smart. I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah, and I eventually want to start producing documentary films. And it's like, and I want to pay people. It's like, hey, I'm interested in this. Do you want to make a video on it? Yes? All right. Here's money. Do it. And make it entertaining. That's ultimately what I want to do with this podcast down the road. So this is just phase one. And I also plan on learning some comedy. That way I can make the podcast more entertaining. And honestly, that way I can also eventually make documentaries more entertaining. Because honestly, people learn pretty well with laughter. They learn visually, auditorily, most of the time. I mean, tactily, it's like that you need to actually be there with the person. But since I can't be there for billions of people individually, this is the best medium that I can find. I mean, going back to comedy, it's like I actually plan on eventually doing like some stand-up. Unfortunately, in Baltimore right now, there's only a few places where you can do stand-up, like one on Monday nights, one on Wednesday nights. And unfortunately, I work nights, and those are 2 nights that I have to work. It kind of sucks. So, I mean, I plan on going there if I happen to get those nights off, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen in the near future. So I will be starting a secondary YouTube page. This is going to be straight YouTube. This is not going to be related to the podcast, even though I will try and direct people to the podcast from the secondary YouTube page, where I'll do like vlogs and little comedic bits, just so I can practice for when I do eventually get on stage to do that type of stuff. Yeah, that's everything for the month. Remember, if you would like to contact me, you can do it through my new website at roamingviking.com, where you can figure out ways to support this page, read some blogs that I've written, has links to all my social media, which include Twitter and Facebook, which are both at Roaming Viking. And it also has links to my Instagram, which is at The Roaming Viking. Remember, THE Roaming Viking. Thank you, and have a great month. And remember, I will be doing this at the end of each month. All right. Have a great day, and until next time.